If you have any plans of operating within the social media space, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, to curate and influence, I know that's a very polarizing term nowadays, because when we think of influence, you can have a really good perception of what an influencer is or a bad one. Now, I won't say mine is really either good or bad. I think we should all still operate under our own will and decision-making power to buy what we like or what best serves us. Please don't ever just buy something because someone you happen to like, whether it's their personality or their style. You buy it just solely based on that. Make sure it fully connects with all of you and whatever it is you are trying to do and what makes sense for your life. Now, would I consider myself an influencer? Not all the way in the grand scope of things. I'm going to be honest with you, because some actually think this is all I do. Now, I understand I make daily content, so you might think, well, if you put the effort in to make daily content, then certainly this is what you do by trade. You are a paid influencer. This is your actual job. No, it's not. For my actual career, I don't curate creative posts. I curate solutions. That's what I do. I come up with solutions to complex problems. But in terms of social media, I'm curating content, whether it's around sneakers, clothing, or for myself also, good ways and basic ways to manage your money so you maximize it to take care of your responsibilities and take care of the things that you want. Now, that does serve me well in some ways, and if you've ever read Crushing It by Gary Vee, you know that he states in there, if you are a true influencer, you're just paid to be yourself. And who you are naturally will connect with other people. So that's exactly what I would hope happens if you venture down that space. But please don't forget the second part that he says. You're going to eat shit for a while.
I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see. Yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish and run.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl TJ, back with another video, Talks with TJ, aka TJ2 Swoosh Chains. I hope you guys are having a really great day when you're viewing this. I think it's pretty much a Friday, so we've kind of brought back the whole book club series that used to only happen on Fridays. It actually happens more often than just on Fridays. If there are discussions that I pull from excerpts of books that I read and I found really inspiring or very relatable to my own life and think maybe you can get something from it as well, I'll just post them. You just have to actually check the book club series playlist that's here on my channel, and I'm sure you'll find tons of discussions, whether you think they might have been in relation to a book or not. They could be. So hey, what's up? Go ahead, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the like button. I appreciate it. So, being an influencer, you have to be living under a rock at this point if you have no idea who Gary Vee is, and the fact that he will tell you he day trades in attention. He figures out what captures attention in that moment and is the trend. And if you are someone that's looking to be an actual influencer, that's crazy that that's what kids aspire to be these days. But if that's something that you are really aspiring to be, then you too should probably be very aware of how your presence can have an impact on people. And if you start out like myself, that's not really what you ever think. Like, you don't go into it thinking, yeah, I'm going to be like this influencer, and if I show something, people will immediately go buy it. That's not what I actually set out to do. It's weird when it happens, though. Trust me. It's surreal when it happens. So there's actually she is a business owner, a trainer, a brand owner. She's a few things, but we have very similar styles. And so with the Nike slip, the Court Royale, I actually showed that shoe to her. She immediately went and bought it on Nike, which I always think is really cool, right? That your style can align with somebody so much, and I'm so used to finding deals and things that I think people will like, they'll immediately end up going to purchase it. That's awesome. That's influence, but it's not something that I just set out to do. And trust me, it takes time to get there. Because to be truly, I think, an influencer, it has to do with the fact that people trust you. They trust in what you say. They trust in what you showcase, because we really are just showcasing ourselves up here for any duration of time, 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, doesn't matter. You're really just showcasing who you are personality-wise. Do you build trust in that time, right? This is the very finite window that you get a chance to know people. And I think it's good that it is short. I'm gonna be honest with you, because boundaries do need to be set. But you get a very short amount of time to know that person and for rapport to build between you. But if you're able to do that, it can impact people a lot. For those of you who say, hey, you, based on your budgeting ebook, I've changed the way I manage my money. I'm saving more, or maybe I cut down on picking up sneakers a little bit more because I realized I wasn't funding my 401k, or there were annual expenses that I really wasn't looking ahead to, and they would always creep up on me. But now I'm doing that, or I've paid down credit card debt, or I've paid down student loan debt. Those are the things that matter to me. If I influence you in any way, I pray that it's that way. I pray that it's that way. But if you do want to aspire to be an influencer, there's absolutely no problem with that. Listen, there's a huge disparity, I think, a lot of times, okay? So break outside of just sneaker YouTube. If this is maybe the only niche of content you consume, first off, break out of it. There's so much more creativity in the world. Please just break out of this, okay? And go watch other individuals. And you may not know this on the surface, but this is a very small niche, and it's a very under-sponsored area. I'll just say that, because somebody can be simply a lifestyle influencer or vlogger, or even blogger, people still write, and they will receive a huge ROI for the time and commitment they may make when it comes to curating something creatively, whether it's a post, whether it's a video. It's a lot different. And when you understand like the influencing power they may have, that took time for them to get there. It took time, but I think it's also very, very relatable. It's relatable to me. For some of the vloggers, I will say on here that I really like to watch. Shelby Church is one. I've just fallen in love with her content. Watch tons of it. Kelly Stamp. So these are two women that you can certainly check out. Ladies, you may be more into them than men. Sorry about that. But those are two you can check out. And yes, they certainly do hold influencing power, but the moral of the story is, no matter what, it's going to take you time to get there. It took time for them to build the trust and the relationships they have with their subscriber base and their follower base, and with brands to trust that, hey, if we invest this time in you, whether it's a product or whether it's actual money, we'll get that back. It's well worth it. That's based on your personality, your delivery, all of that matters. And it takes time for you to really hone in on all of that and figure out what's going to be you. What are you as a brand? What are you as an individual on here? Because it's your personality that connects us. And for me to maybe try something I wouldn't have normally tried, it's got to be based on the connection I have with you as a person. Not just the fact that you're showing me an item that probably I don't need to spend money on, because that happens like a lot. So whether I've been able to influence you guys to, hey, try Trade Block and you can maybe get a sneaker that you took an L on and you really just wanted to lay W and you got kicks in your collection that you probably should get rid of. Anyway, they're just sitting there, or you bought them for the purpose of trade bait. Hey, you could try Trade Block. I've influenced like 100 of you to sign up for beta testing on that platform. And I do hope that it serves you well, but I think that's built on the rapport we have, the trust we have, right? But do you think that happened overnight? Absolutely not. Do you know how many times that I picked up a shoe or clothing and I reviewed it and the video didn't get a whole lot of views, or the post didn't get a whole lot of likes on Instagram? That happens because it takes time. You have to be patient. For all of that to come to fruition, you have to be patient. It takes patience, okay? Nobody just went off anything on my word. Brands didn't want to just connect with me. And even then, because I didn't set out to be an influencer, I am still taken aback when brands reach out. But then it comes to the point where you have to navigate and figure out what really aligns with you, what should not. Are you oversaturated with what you could be promoting? That all plays a part, and that's the not fun part in this. I will say that. I mean, listen, whether it's me influencing you based on a phrase, based on a slogan, that rings true for my channel and is available now for you to pick up, because yeah, it's already been announced that the whole month of September I'll keep that pre-order window open for my brand new shirt. So it's pretty much a shoe box label t-shirt. It's a collaboration again with the Fresh Culture Clothing. So I'll make sure the link is below. You can pick that up. It's offered in 3 different colors and it's pretty customizable because you will get to write in your own sneaker size, because mine is irrelevant to you, but hopefully you like this design, you like the concept. I'm very open to the feedback you all may have. If you check it out and you decide to purchase a shirt, hey, let me know what color. Again, tag me in all the pictures on Instagram. I love to see them. I love to repost them. I will certainly start adding more to the highlight of my page when it comes to, you know, Giannis, which is act your age, not your shoe size shortened. I'll make sure to do that, but you know, for me to be able to influence you all to care enough and connect enough with myself, the channel, Two Swoosh Crew, whatever we identify ourselves as, to want to buy a shirt, you know, that's awesome, but it took time. I didn't get here overnight, and you got to keep that in mind too. It'll take time if what you want to do in this space is on that level. It'll take time, but stay committed, stay focused, and as always, act your age, not your shoe size. Hope you have an amazing weekend. It's the holiday weekend. Enjoy yourself. Peace out.